Yo, Buckeye Nation, welcome back to the Game Podcast with your boy MB, and we have a special show for you guys today. So should Ohio State be concerned with Larry Johnson? Now, obviously, we know that Larry Johnson is the greatest, one of the greatest defensive line coaches of all time, or the greatest. He is the greatest defensive line coach to coach his game. Right? We know that he's developed great defensive line players like Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, Chase Young. You guys all know the rest. But the past few seasons, it's been kind of disappointing. Now, recently in this NFL draft, we only had one defensive player drafted, one defensive line, and that was Zach Harrison. And we all know and that was disappointing, right? In the past few seasons, it's been kind of disappointing, right? The lack of production for the past 3 years hasn't been been there. The production has not been there, and it's been a thing. Also, losing out on recruits too. That's been a thing with Larry Johnson. Now that could be an NIL thing, but it's been a thing, right? We have not been able to get that production out of our defensive line, and Zach Harrison was kind of a disappointment, right? Now I thought he was a lot better last season, but again, only like 2 sacks. His most career sacks was in 2019, his first year. It's been and didn't live up to the hype. And it's been extremely disappointing. Now, many fans have been this last season, right? It was a very weird season. It seemed like Larry Johnson was rotating a lot of guys, and that frustrated a lot of Ohio State fans, especially me. He was playing guys like Teron Vincent and Deron Cage, guys that probably should have not been out there in big moments, right? Every time we saw Tyleik Williams and Mike Hall in the game, it seemed like they were making plays. They were freaky. They were hard to deal with. But when we put Teron Vincent in there or Deron Cage, it just wasn't there. Their flashes weren't there, and it seemed like he preferred experience over what's the word I'm looking for? Experience over production, right? It seems like he preferred that, and I understand that, right? You don't want to reward bad habits, but at the same time, not having those guys out there in those big moments cost us, right? And that was one of the reasons why our defense struggles, that we did not have a lot of great playmakers with this defense, and it cost us, right? And so again, that was one of the reasons why the lack of production wasn't there. Now I don't think all is lost. I don't think. And here's the thing: I don't think we should be as concerned. But we do need to. But if things don't get better, we do have to start asking questions. We really have to start asking questions about that. But I do think our defensive line is going to be one of the best in the country, and I do have faith. I still have faith that Larry Johnson will develop these guys into really great great players, right? I'm really excited about the potential with this defensive line with JT, Jack Sawyer. You have Kenyatta Jackson there. We have Tyleik Williams, Mike Hall. These guys are finally going to play. There isn't going to be that insane rotation that we're going to be frustrated with. Those two guys, Mike Hall and Tyleik Williams, are going to be the main guys. Now, of course, they have to teach them how to be more gap disciplined. That was probably one of the reasons why they didn't play. But again, you gotta play production over experience. If that guy is way more, if that guy who has less experience is way more way more productive, way more disruptive. You have to play him. You have to. You have to. It can't be this experience stuff that has to go. That's been an issue with Ohio State for the past few years, and I have to admit that. We have to admit that they do this. They do this experience BS, and it cost us. It cost us. It cost us games. We have to play the guys that are making plays. Now, of course, I know I get it that you don't want to reward bad habits, but at the same time, we're trying to win we're trying to win a championship. Ohio State's trying to win You're trying to win a championship. So you have to play the guys who are making plays, who are more athletic, more disruptive than the guys who have more experience, right? Who are more fundamentally sound. But again, I don't think this is the end of the world. I think Larry Johnson is gonna figure things out. I think he's gonna figure it out. I think we're gonna have a good defensive line, hopefully. But again, if things don't get better, if things stay the same, if we don't see a more production of the defensive line, we need to start asking questions. We really do. We really do. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you concerned with Larry Johnson? I'm not there yet. But again, if things don't get better, then we have to start asking questions. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. All right, guys, I'm out.